keep my shit been going. Oh, see, no, you are not my bro. Please quit acting like you know me.
Oh, it's my turn. I get to do this? Yo, it's me, SNOOP-TV. How you like that?
Oh, I see it, I see it.
I've been working on that. So today I am doing my first mukbang for my channel, and I had to have none other than
Zaddychunkchunk in the building. I'm really excited.
I had to do it big for Chunk, you know, because he did it big for me. You know, he even gave me this opportunity to be doing this and having this crowd, but we can get more into it. Let's get a prayer, a thumbnail.
Wait, I see you came pretty tiny.
I ain't got no draws on.
Alright, you want me to pray?
Yeah, I'll let you do the honors.
Alright, Father God, I want to thank you for this food that we're about to receive in our body, and I ask that you do please bless this food. In Jesus' name we pray, amen.
Amen.
If I would have known, I would have dressed for the occasion. I got me a little button up.
Alright, let's get a thumbnail.
Alright. Should we do one where we're acting like we're fighting with these things?
Oh, yeah. What?
This is hectic. Alright.
That's going on my Instagram. Man, it's
man, this is actually my first tomahawk. Never had a tomahawk before.
Oh, really?
And I'm just gonna eat it barbaric. I'm cool with that.
How is it? Because I don't know, because this is my first time actually cooking it, and I did a bunch of YouTube searches and all that, and oh yeah, that's the king. I did a bunch of YouTube searches, and it was kind of like, oh, you need a meat thermometer and all that, and I'm like, I don't have any of that, so.
Was it hard making it?
Huh?
Was it hard making it?
No, it's butter salty.
Delicious?
It's good. I didn't put no salt in it though. This is salty. Yeah, I mean, you came out. It would said like to cook it slow because it's such a thick steak. What is this, like almost 1.5 inches, 2 inches? And then like fire and then turn it up. And then once I turned it up, I flipped it, and then that's when he was like, no! Because I grilled these. I made this whole meal. I mean, I'm gonna like upload a kind of like a little vlog of how I did it. It'll be my first one, so it's a little basic, but
Yeah. Nah, I saw the whole grill on fire. Till they go me, I'm about to burn down my house.
Nah, that was rough. Well, rather had the smoke detector going on.
But yeah, that was real hectic.
I wasn't even in Houston, was I? I think I was in Wisconsin.
I don't know when this. I think I came home when it was happening too. And I'm like, so I wonder what happens when I'm not here. Ooh, yeah, you can tell these the king bodies.
Oh yeah.
You don't like them up?
Man, I got the. This is all good.
You set the plate.
This is me. I did. I should have did that claw with this claw. He got the 2 bag one, but he the biggest one, so.
This is your second YouTube video now, huh?
Yeah, that's gonna be my second one. First one is gonna be like an intro, what they can expect from me. I'm obviously gonna try to do, cause you know I always been eating good. So like, I mean, we used to go out to eat all the time.
Yeah.
Like, we all like are always eating, but to me it's like recording and have good conversation because we've like always done that. So I'm like really thinking like what I should do on my channel because I am like a pretty adventurous person. I do like to go to new cities and try new foods and all of that. So I mean, eating is definitely going to be a part of it. I think it'll probably end up being like 60, but actually doing the vlogs is kind of like, it's kind of like hard work.
Oh yeah, no. Vlogs is definitely a different ball game. A lot of people think it's sweet. It's really the editing portion. You have to. And then usually a vlog, you're doing something that you enjoy. And you feel like you don't enjoy it as much when holding the camera, you know?
So I shot 2 vlogs. One, me, Robin, Alex went to like the lagoon they have. And then me, Alex, and Liam went to the zoo or the aquarium or whatever. But like, when I got to the editing process, I like more understand like where you and Tribe is coming from versus the like we need this, and I really don't understand it until I got to the editing part.
Yeah,
you know, because it's like I can't do nothing with this. You know, so
yeah.
So now I'm gonna have like all this footage. Like I spent this day like preparing. I was still trying my best to have fun, but it's like this is kind of boring and it kind of sucks.
Yeah, yeah. No, I was gonna say is I feel like people who are not even creators, if you're a videographer who's been learning it for years, I feel like they can be pros at YouTube, even if they're not creative that much. Because if you're cold at the editing, you can turn anything basic up.
So I'm wondering why Ty doesn't want to do YouTube. But
I feel like people like that just really have the passions to be behind the scene. You know, they just love messing with that camera and just letting other people create, which is crazy though, because one of my old videographers, he had a vision too, you know, but he still just wanted to be behind the camera.
I mean, especially for, I don't know, I feel like a lot of them like probably just don't understand like what you like could create or you can teach people. Because I was talking to Robin and, you know, I've learned a lot from Try and I've learned, and you're going to show me the ropes as far as the editing goes, you know, now, but that's actually what I was like thinking like, so at this point, this would be you have putting like 4 or 5 people on.
Yeah.
And like, I mean, I know everybody is like very appreciative of it. And like thinking, like what, like how do you feel about that? How do you feel like about letting us spread our wings, or like, what do you think we're gonna be successful, or like you think like you will be successful, but you have to include this, like anything like that?
Honestly, I believe that y'all have what it takes to definitely take off on the tube. That's why I brought y'all along, because I know y'all all are creative minds. It's just really about who's not gonna give up and just be consistent. That's really what I believe what it's gonna be about. Because, you know, YouTube really just likes consistency, you know. Go hard for a month and then fall off. Like, man, you know, if you're not seeing the fruits from your labor right away, just keep going at it, keep getting at it, you know, because eventually it's gonna pay off, you know.
And I was about to say this is actually gonna be this video is shot before my first video. Yeah. Because I want to do an intro, and then, you know, kind of like tell them about my channel or whatever, and then I wanted to do my first like video,
Yeah.
like mukbang, whatever. Obviously, my first mukbang, my first probably 10 videos probably mukbangs.
Okay.
Because it's kind of like easier.
Yeah. Do you have people you got in mind to do mukbangs with?
Well, I have a big family, but as far as here goes, I want to do, you know, mukbangs with everybody, especially because like it's like when you're the mukbanger, it's like, hey Snoop, you want to mukbang with me? And it's like courtesy of me. Of course. I'm trying to eat.
Oh yeah. No, I definitely feel that. That's
so I definitely want to get a lot of content with everybody in this house, you know.
Yeah, that'd be great. It's gonna be hard with everybody now working and grinding for us to be able to squeeze in videos, because now we got a whole house full of grinders.
And I mean, like you ever hear James like in here just like singing?
Yeah, I hear him.
So,
yeah.
I'm like, it ain't nothing for it. I don't think he wanted to do YouTube right away.
Oh yeah, no, I think he right now is chilling.
Oh no, now he's definitely, once he changes his name.
He changes his name. What do you mean?
Because his other YouTube wasn't really.
Oh, yeah.
It was him. It was him, and he can't like log into it.
Yeah.
And I think like once he saw like the potential, it's like, oh, this is real.
Yeah.
So and why wouldn't I?
Yeah.
Because James is like a very like kind of like a sweetheart, you know. He's the type of guy I'd be like, you can date my sister.
Yes, I do.
You won't let him date your sister?
Nah, yeah, I would. But if someone were to date it, it would be James.
You want to let him?
Nah, I wouldn't.
So like,
Would you let me date your sister? If you had one?
Maybe 7, you know?
Oh, you have them? You have sisters?
Nah, I'm not gonna lie.
I don't even have no sisters for real though.
I got 4 sisters.
You do?
I have a big family, so like when I go back to Wisconsin, I'm thinking like who should I like mukbang with?
Yeah.
I'm hoping my cousin Kenny want to get on.
This is like the mac and cheese you like.
Oh yeah. I've been focusing on crab legs for so long, I forgot about.
You just dipping the steak in the butter?
Oh yeah.
Was it good like that?
I don't know. It's my first bite.
I gotta try that. How is it? Delicioso? So now that you've started this journey, are you excited? Like now there's like you actually putting content out?
Yeah, I'm like very excited. Like, you know, finally I get to like start using my own creativity and like cooking the meals I want to cook, because you know sometimes you don't want what the what the other person wants, but it's like, you know, got to see it through, my boy.
Yeah.
But now it's like you have the creative control. You can make the food you want, and you can really do the vlogs you want and everything like that. So I guess what advice would you give to somebody like just starting like me? I know at this point it's been like what?
Yeah, a couple months. To be honest, I'll give few things. Going back to what I said earlier, be consistent. Don't give up. Don't stop. You know, when views are getting hectic, don't get discouraged. You know, because one thing I noticed is YouTube's algorithm is funny. You know, so no one can crack the code. It's usually what YouTube wants to push. But even when those times do look hectic, just keep pushing. Eventually, it'll go back up. When it comes to the followers, you know, you're gonna get a lot of love and a lot of support, which is great. Like honestly, the support and love you get from others is
Bar none.
Yeah, it's just like wow, like this many. I didn't even have this many people in my normal life showing me this much love, you know. And then you have a whole little internet family, you know.
How long before, I know the negativity gets to some people, how long before it doesn't?
Honestly, it really depends on the person you are. You gotta really have thick skin to do this YouTube stuff. You know, there's people who there's people who legit quit YouTube because they couldn't handle the comments. How I did it was, cause I already have thick skin, but not gonna lie, those things like you be ready to snap on some people, like you ready to go crazy. But the thing is you know, they got time. You know what I mean? Like we don't have time to be like just going back and forth with somebody random. You know, but I'm not about to do all this with you. So how I end up looking at it as it's just every comment that says they hate me, that's legit a dollar sign. You know what I mean? That's how you gotta look at it. It's a dollar sign. Every single comment is money. So that's how I look at it. Not everybody looks at it that way, but once you look at it that way, then you can see, okay, well, these people hate and have to pay me to hate. You have to pay me to hate. So that's how I look at it. But then, like I said, that positivity is 10 times way more overwhelming, and you get so much love. It's crazy, you know. And those people I just look at as family. You know, those positive comments I look at as family, and the negative comments I look at as a dollar sign.
So, how do you feel about, I mean, this can sound like childish or like, whatever. How do you feel about like putting like people on and like, does that give you like a sense of like, yeah, or do you like?
Yeah, actually it does, I can say. It gives me a sense like, wow, you know, I'm happy I changed someone's life, you know. Like when I deal with my ex, you know, because it's really, so far it's only been 2 people. And
who's your ex again for the people that don't know?
Nicole, of course. But essentially it really did for 2 people, Mark and Nicole. And Mark, you know, he ended up doing his own thing. But Nicole, I really saw the fruits of my labor, you know, putting someone on. I was just like, wow, you know, I'm happy that I was able to change her life, because Nicole did so much for me back in the day, you know, that I was like, you know, I'm glad that I was able to pay her back by doing this, you know. So yeah, maybe it makes you feel good, and then the fact that she took, like, she's actually grinding. I was actually thinking about it the other day. Like, you're actually really taking what I said and taking heed of it. Like, she's not stopping. She's not giving up. When views get low, she keeps making videos. You know,
Oh yeah.
Like I can tell people this all the time. Like, keep making videos, be consistent. But at the end of the day, everybody's their own person. I can't control nobody, so they're gonna do what they want to do at the end of the day. And I noticed, like, oh wow, she actually really got, like how I did with my mom. She got the lemons and made lemonade with it. Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm hoping that y'all do with it too.
Oh yeah. I feel personally, I know I'm gonna be consistent.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe like a day or two, like where you forget, or sometimes you just get down in the dumps. But that happens for everybody. But
oh yeah, definitely.
Continuing to post, like I've been more into like the videography because my dad used to like record everything. And I kind of like enjoyed that, but also was like kind of self-conscious and didn't want to be behind the camera.
Yeah.
Now I got these beautiful keys. I feel like I feel like I can do both.
Yeah. Do you have any fears going into this?
Like my only fear is like something that I'm like 80% over, and that's like people back home like judging you.
Oh, okay.
And it's like, oh, like. You eat food on YouTube and you only get 600 views or something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm like, and you allow that to attack you.
Yeah.
That's kind of like the Appleton like area thing, and it's like, fuck y'all. You know?
But Midwest is so slow to catch up on stuff. But you know what's crazy though that you say that is because, you know, your brother messaged me and said, to be honest, I want to say congratulations, man. Because at first, I didn't believe it. Like, I didn't believe it. He said, I didn't believe in you. I didn't think you were going to make it. And you blew this up. Mm-hmm. And he said, I want to congratulate you on that. And I was like, yeah. Like, a lot of people probably thought, like, oh, what if I was first doing it? That's cute. You know, they think of it as cute. And then when they see, like, you doing this now.
One thing about, like, you doing this made me, like, realize, like, if you would have came to me with the idea of, bro, the mukbangers are taking off, I'm gonna mukbang, and I'd be like, what is that? And it's just like eating food on YouTube, and I'd be like, bro, it's like that ain't gonna hit. And then it does, and it's like I was wrong, but it's like you try to be a good friend in one aspect, but like let your friends see it through. Anybody, like let them see whatever they have to do, you know, see it through. I mean, I had some friends that was rappers, and I cheered them on the whole way. They just kind of gave up, and to me, I know it wasn't because of me. I've never called any of my friends trash. One of my friends, after like 5 years, I was like, yo, this kind of sucks. And he didn't talk to me for like a month or two. And then I know that's just why, but it's like, all right, I gave you your ups this whole time, but you weren't really working hard, and then I told you it sucks.
Yeah.
And then you decided to cut me off. I was being honest. Well, I gave you your flowers, through the hard times.
Yeah.
When it came hectic, I told you it sucked, and you wasn't hearing it.
Honestly, I feel like that's the hardest thing to do when it comes to telling of someone that you care about that they're what they're passionate about, they're not good at.
I work harder.
Yeah. But that means you're a good friend. The fact that you told me eventually.
Yeah, and I kind of like said it, and I'm like, all right, if you work 8 hours a day for 40 hours, that's a full-time job. I'm like, one, if you have an opportunity to, and you want to be like a rapper or something like that.
Yeah.
I'm like, I feel like you need to work at least 40 hours a week on that craft. Yeah. And that could be while you're at your 9 to 5. You could be writing lyrics and all that, because one of my most creative times was when I was at a job like stagnant, moving boxes. That was like my most creative. Listening to podcasts and stuff. So you can be working on, especially if you're a writer or a rapper or anything like that, like spend some like legit time on it and perfect it. Yeah,
I definitely agree with you on that. What I was gonna say is it's funny because you're there in the beginning of my YouTube journey. Mm-hmm. You're there when I posted my first video because I was still living in Appleton. Mm-hmm. What were your thoughts like when you saw me like I posted my first video when I was saying I'm moving to Milwaukee, And I quit my job. I'm trying to vlog it. Like, you know what? You know when I left Appleton, that was my last job ever. I never worked in Milwaukee. So Appleton was my last job at Cellcom.
Well, one, I was like, after, I mean, you was like the top guy at West already. So I'm like, oh, this guy knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
And yada, yada, yada. And then we start kicking it. And then it was kind of like, you know, you starting this journey. Because it kind of came out of the blue.
Yeah.
I think you told us about your mom, and then it was probably like not even a month later.
Yeah.
That you were doing the same thing. So it's kind of like out of the blue. I know I was really like, oh yeah, we actually did a video together.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, you deleted it on purpose. What problem?
I promise you, I lost that video on accident. We did a video. Well, honestly, to be honest though, the title I was gonna have for it, now that I'm looking back, it would have been canceled. That would have been my second video. I think it was like a second video on my channel, and it was cancel worthy. The title. And the crazy part is, they end up hopping on me for something kind of like that too, but it would have been cancel worthy. The title.
You think I might end up doing cancel worthy something?
Oh yeah, you're definitely a cancel worthy person. You'll get canceled a few times, but cancellation doesn't last too long. You know, so cancellation lasts for a couple of weeks, and then you'll be back in some good standings with some people. But no, yeah, so it actually worked out for the best. But no, I was new to Adobe Premiere Pro because I was using Adobe Premiere Pro since day one. And I was new to it, and the way I uploaded it, it was like weird on my card, and it was then the file came corrupted, and you know, with computers, if something gets corrupted, it's over for that. Yeah, so
I low key believe you now because I've been trying to work on this lagoon vlog, and now I've actually took my memory card out because I wanted to delete something off of his when he came over the other day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I tried when he came to visit.
So I used my laptop to delete files before he gave you your memory card back. And when I put my thing back in, there's a bunch of stuff. It's just like QuickTime can't play, QuickTime can't play.
Yeah.
And then there's like a bunch of blank little things. And I'm like, what's missing? This was all here before.
Yeah. Now I'm telling you, as you gotta be real careful with that kind of stuff. I remember Try's memory hard drive dropped on the floor, just a small drop though, from the desk to the floor. He's, oh my god, all my stuff's going on. I'm like, it deletes just off of vibration. But no,
my legs work.
we ended up finding it, but it took a little second though. It took us a good like 5 minutes before we found the content. But we're thinking like, oh man, yeah, it can get real finicky when it comes to these videos. And I guarantee in your lifetime of doing your journey of doing YouTube, you're going to lose a video. That happens. I would say my journeys to doing YouTube, I probably lost a total of like 3 to 5 videos.
I ain't gonna never lose no video.
All right. Hey, you're gonna be salt. You're gonna be real salt when it happens.
If I lose a video, I will make an apology video.
I bet I need that. It's gonna happen.
Like, I was wrong.
But if you really take YouTube seriously, you don't lose a video in your YouTube career. Unless if it's you do it for a month and then you don't lose your video in a month.
I just feel like I'm like kind of like really responsible.
Oh, that's an interesting word to say about yourself. Why don't you? But
I mean, the crazy thing about like YouTube and like this journey is I have a lot at stake.
I see what you did there. I see what you did. You have a lot at stake. No, even my parents lost a video or two. I wonder how many they lost in their total. If you guys are a creator, go in the comment section. Let us know if you ever lost a video. It's a common thing. You're going to lose a video.
It's a common thing for people that lose stuff. I am somebody who gets irritated about people that lose stuff.
Oh, you do?
Alright, so Levante, he's the type of person always forgetting his ID.
This is another guy that you know because they're probably thinking about Levante.
So out of 20 times, he's losing his ID twice, or his phone, or something, and it's like, you're always losing something. Oh, did you see mine? No, I didn't see it. Keep track of it.
See, but this is a different kind of loss. You're not going to physically lose it. It's going to be electronically lost, and that's what electronically losing is a whole different ballpark than physical loss. Physical loss, you can go find that thing. And electronic, if that thing's up out of there, it's up out of there. You need Geek Squad, and Geek Squad is gonna tell you you're still up out of there.
No, you need Snoop Squad. I don't want to get it. I got it out the mud.
Are you gonna buy a whole bunch of new equipment? Some because I know you got the latest Mac right now.
Yeah, I got a new Mac. I got new GoPro.
You got the Hero 9. You got a ball.
I do want to get a nice little camera like this. What's this called?
You got Canon M50.
How much was it?
It's only like 5 something.
I don't know.
To me, this was gonna be my vlogging camera, and I really wanted to get this Panasonic I'm looking at, S1H, but I ended up that camera. They want a sack for that, so I've been holding off on it.
What you mean a sack?
A sack. I think the body itself is 3 bands, and the lens is 2 bands. But that would have been my main camera, though.
Just to go buy that and then sell me this one.
They would have had. No, I would make that my vlogging camera then.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Of course, your mukbang camera.
Huh?
And that other one be your camera.
Yeah. They'll see the char on the steak. They'll see the cheese. They'll see SpongeBob in here with that camera. I don't know why I said sponge, because he ain't nothing to do with cheese. He a sponge.
He just yellow.
But that camera's the truth. But I know one common camera for vlogs was the Canon G7X. It used to be back in the day. I don't know if it's still common anymore. I don't keep up with vlogs, but every YouTuber had that. How'd you enjoy your steak?
It was pretty good. I was wondering if this is too pink for you. Because these actually probably cooked for an hour. I did 20 minutes each side, and like low heat was like 400.
Yeah.
And then I turned the steak all the way and probably did two minutes on each side, and then I let it rest for probably like 20 minutes.
Nah, I like it more.
It's good. It's a lot of meat.
Oh yeah, it's definitely a lot of meat. I like the fact that you didn't buy the handle.
Oh, the
bone.
You know, we had to do it big for the first time. I'm excited to start this journey. I probably asked this a few times, but letting your prodigies fly off, what do you have to say? Like, good day.
Yeah. I say, I can't wait to see you guys fly, Can't wait to see you guys flourish. I hope to see you guys just take off with this, man. Honestly, to be honest, there's no hate in my body. Like, I want to see y'all blow up more than I do, and then put me back on, and put me on. You know what I mean? Like, be able to just take this into a whole new direction. Like, that'll be crazy if like you go crazy with vlogs and you get a whole vlog group, and then I can come on your channel and get a vlog audience. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm hoping to see you guys do. Just be creative. I know you guys always been wanted to do social media for the longest. You guys were doing it with Vine back in the day. But opportunities been missed, but now I got another opportunity handed, and I'm expecting y'all to go ahead and shoot that shot.
Who's gonna take out the most? Me, Rob, and Jared?
I can't answer that question. God, it says say never answers those questions. Look at that.
All right, y'all, but this is the first ending of my video. Let me know how I did. Let me know how y'all like the food. It was delicious. Tell them where they can find you.
You can find me on Snapchat, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, all at Zaddychunkchunk. That's ZADDYCHUNK.
And you can find me at Snapchat, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Lecarson. Twitter's Levante Carson.
You forgot TikTok.
TikTok is Lecarson as well. See, it's my first day. But
next I'm gonna come with a suit and tie. I see how we doing it on this channel.
Hope you had fun on your first time on Snoop TV. Let's go!
Let's get it!
Saying low, keep my shit been going. Oh, see, no, you are not my bro. Please quit acting like you